Hello, dividend executives. It is Friday, so you already know we are jumping into the market. We are buying stocks and we are adding assets to our portfolio. One of my favorite days of the week because we get to add passive income and we get to add money to our investment accounts. If you are new here, I am building a dividend portfolio where I am trying to get to $100 a month in pure passive dividend income. I'm doing that mostly through monthly dividend paying stocks, but I do have a few quarterly in there as well. So let's jump into it. Let's buy some stocks together and let's talk about what I'm buying and why I'm buying it. As for right now, the account is up a little bit as of today. We are down for the last week. We are about 1% up for the last month, just under 1% for the last 3 months. And then year to date, we are 0.77. So up just a little bit. This is a slow moving account. We don't have a whole bunch of growth stocks in this. So we are really focusing on the dividends that are coming in. As you can see, my buying power is 285, and we did it again. We hit another milestone. We passed $4,000 in this account. I started this account at the start of February. We are now coming up at the end of April. So you can see we are making massive strides. Every single week, no matter what, I put $100 into this account on Monday, and then throughout the week, sometimes I throw a little extra in here. This week I threw an extra $250 in there because I wanted to get to the $4,000 mark, and I also wanted to buy stocks with everybody here. So we are going to buy some stocks live here today. We're going to start at some of my lower hanging fruit, meaning some of my stocks that have the least amount of money in them, and then we are going to add to some of our favorites. So let's jump into the stock purchasing first, and then we'll go over some of the other parts of the account. Let's jump down here, and I want to start it off with Glad. This is one of the smallest positions in the fund. Ooh, you can see that we got a little dividend coming up, and it's over $1. I love to see that. So this fund, you can see it's under 5% on the portfolio. We want to get that up a little bit. We're under $200. My goal today is to get all of my funds that are under $200 over $200 so that we are ready to rock and roll. So we are out. Let's get in here and let's buy some stocks. So we're going to start it off with Glad. We're doing 25 into the account. So this will come straight off our buying power. We added 2.59 shares, and look at that. We are over $200 of market value in this. Just over 20 shares, so we have 21 shares. We are down a tiny bit on the position, but pretty much flat. But as you can see, let's say I'm down 177. Well, I'm really not because I got a dividend coming in of $1.28, and I didn't have to do anything for that. We've made quite a bit of dividends on this. You can see we just consistently keep buying, 29 or 25, 25, 25. Last month we got paid 99 cents on our dividends. This month we're already up to $1.28. You can see we are stacking really quick. Doesn't seem like a lot, but you'd be surprised. Once you have 25 cents here, 25 cents there, it starts to add up over multiple positions. So Glad, boom, 25 done there. Let's jump into PSEC. Another smaller one. Let's see if I can find it here. There we go. We are down on this position as well. We are under 200, and today we are going to get it over 200. We're pretty much break even with this. Cost 707. Well, no, I'm sorry. We're down about 5% on this. So this will help bring down our costs. We're going to do 25 here, and this is a cheaper fund, so we're going to get quite a bit of shares here for that $25. Yeah, so 3.69 shares there. It's going to it brought the cost down from 707 to 703. I'd love to see that. I got 30 shares in here, and we are over the 200%, down about 3.8% here. And you can see that dividend coming in, $1.63. Love to see that as well. Let's scroll down to our last one. 97 cents. So we went from 97 cents to $1.63. We almost doubled our dividend in 1 month. And this is a monthly payer, so we're gonna keep getting this money every single month. Let's jump down to Maine. We are about break even with this one at 40.44 and 40.35, so we'll average out a little bit. This one's over 200, but we're going to buy a little bit more of it. So I think that should bring all of my funds to over 200, all my positions to over $200 in market value. 0.61 added to the position here. That brings us to the 5.9% portfolio diversity. I'd love to see that with some of these smaller ones, and yeah, we raised it up, and we're going to be getting some more dividends on this one. So there's Maine for you. Another one, this is one of the newest ones that was added, and this is Devo. 83 cents coming in there. Love to see that. And how many shares was this on? So this was on 5.7 shares. Right now, yeah, we're sitting at the 5.7. So we're up 2% on this one, so we're going to be averaging up, unfortunately. but that's okay. We're just going to continue buying stocks every single week. So just like that, we just spent $100 and we are just getting started for the day. It's 0.69 shares added there at the 35.89. So there's $100 into the account. Now we are going to jump into my favorite REITs of all time. And that is, you probably guessed it, O Realty Income. 62, we are break even, really. I mean, we're going to average down a tiny bit. This is 7.8, so probably going to be 8% of the portfolio after this ad. That's $25 we're throwing right into O. 62.55, nice. So we'll probably bring the average cost down a tiny bit there. 8.5% of the portfolio. Oh, there we go. Just adjusted. So 62.63. 8.5% of the portfolio. We are literally break even with this one. And this one pays every single month too. So that's one of my favorite REITs out there. Now let's jump into some of the backbones of the account. So we are going to jump into JEPQ. JEPQ is a little bit higher position here. We have 433 with 11% of the portfolio. This is at 10.5, so this one needs a little bit of love. We are up for almost 4.5% on this position, but I want to put some more money in here. So JEPQ, we're going to come in here and we're going to buy some JEPQ, and we are going to do 50, a big one here. That's going to raise my position quite a bit. I am happy about that. 1.1 shares added to JEPQ, and yeah, I mean, it's going to obviously bring our costs up a little bit, but happy with where this position is sitting. This is one of our big ones, and it pays a nice dividend every single month. Last dividend paid was $3.12. We should hit the ex-dividend date for next month. So at the start of next month, we'll get our payment for JEPQ. Hopefully, we break that $3 again. It all just depends because it's a cover call ETF where they sell on the LNs. And we'll see what the income comes there. But if we can get $3 again, that'd be fantastic. We're going to jump into one of the other backbones. So VTI, I make purchases every single day for $5 on this. Right now, we're almost 11% of the portfolio. You can see my VTI daily purchases. This is actually stacking up pretty quick. So my average price paid is 200.87. VTI's current price is 204. I started this on February 1st, and it does every market day. It buys me $5 worth of VTI every single day. I don't ever have to do anything. And in the last month, we put 115 in. And 240 or 1.19 shares since we started in February. So $240 there. It just automatically invested, and it does it every single day for $5. So pretty cool. So we're going to add a little bit extra to that. Even though I already put 25 in this week, we're going to buy a little bit more because I want 50 into this. One of our biggest backbones, like we talked about. Boom, just like that. This is not a big dividend payer, but this does give me some good exposure to the market. If we look over the last 5 years, it's up about 50%. So this should be a good growth as the market continues to recover. And yeah, big backbone to the account, as you saw, with 11% or so. So happy about that. We got $85 left, and you know how we're going to end it. We've got to do it with our favorite, our biggest position, and that is SCHD. We are down 2% on the position. Love to see that because I can average down. This is a very long-term hold for me. SCHD over the last year has been down 6.6%, but over the last 5 years, it's up 47.29%. This is a good dividend payer. It pays quarterly, and it is one of the biggest backbones in my account. So it's the 100 stocks, top 10 holdings. You can see here, these are household names: Coke, Pepsi, Verizon, Chevy, Home Depot, Chevron, Home Depot, Broadcom, Pfizer. So a bunch of household names there, and we are going to add to this, and we are buying 50. So my biggest buys of the day, SCHD and JEPQ. Everything else is 25. Added 0.69 shares there. SCHD, again, this is going to be one of the biggest positions always in the portfolio. I've talked about it a little bit before, but I like to have between my SCHD and between my VTI, I want to have around 25 to 35% of my portfolio in just those two. You saw the 11% on VTI. You're now seeing the diversity on this one at 19%, so that puts me right at the 30 mark. We are smack dab in the middle of where I want to be with my goals on these two. I will continue to add to these every single week. As you saw, VTI every single day. We're down a little bit, 1.96, so really I should just continue to add to this one. But this is a quarterly dividend payer. So that's what we got for the accounting as purchasing today. We just went through and we spent $250 together throughout the week. Let's look at those purchases. I made just a few this week. So the recurring purchases, as you can see, of $5 every day, so that's $25 in the VTI. And then I did do these 2 purchases here because we have an ex-dividend date that's coming up. I believe I believe it's today or yesterday, but AGNC and STAG, those are some other REITs, and I had purchases go through on those ones for 25 each, so that was the 50 added there, so that's the 75 throughout the week, and that should help our dividend yield or our dividend payment for next month come in. And then here's all our purchases for today. And then you know what? Let's look at this month. So we had a pretty sweet month. April came in pretty hot. Let's go through our entire month's dividends here. JEPQ coming in at $3.12. That is our big bread and butter for the month. JEPI at $2.67. AGNC at $2.55. Maine at $86. O at $1.06. STAG at $54. PSEC at 97 cents. Devo at 83 cents, SPHD at 80 cents, GLAD at $1.28, and PSEC at $1.63. So we are really starting to climb here. I love seeing a bunch of these starting to cross over that dollar mark. We had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dividends over a dollar mark. We even had one break 3. So happy to see that. I mean, if you scroll back to last month, not really anything's breaking a dollar. Yeah, literally almost nothing breaking a dollar. So from when we started, I mean, look at that. The only thing that broke a dollar was SCHD, and that's a quarterly dividend payer. So that, roughly that would equate to just over $1.01 every single month if we were to break it down monthly. So yeah, this is really our first month of hitting dollar marks, and you can see they're starting to add. And this JEPQ, that'll go straight into the stock. It did go straight into the stock, and you can see the reinvest next to every single one of these. So SPHD, Devo, and GLAD, and PSEC will all come in here coming up soon. PSEC, this is already equating for accounting for next month. So 6 cents a share. I had 27 shares, so that's already done deal, and that'll pay out on May 18th. But yeah, it gives you a little look into the future with PSEC. The other ones to closed out the end of the month. So really happy about the account. It is growing like crazy. We are adding money every single week, and our goal of $100 a month in passive dividend income is getting closer and closer every single week. I hope you're enjoying the content here. Like and subscribe if you are. If you have any stocks you think I should add to this that are on the monthly paying dividend or even quarterly dividend paying, I'm always looking to add new stocks. As of right now, we have a good basket of stocks here. They have been paying really well, and I think they are in line with our $100 a month monthly goal. But if you have any suggestions, feel free to drop them below. Always happy to look at other stocks. Thanks for tuning in, and happy investing. We'll see you later.